We're going to report about capacity planning for products and services. So first, what is capacity? So capacity is the upper limit or ceiling on the load that an operating unit can handle. So it is the ability of a system's potential for producing goods or delivering services over a specific time period. So what about capacity planning? So it is a process of determining the goods of the production this is the process of determining the production capacity needed by an organization to meet the changing demands for its products. So when considering capacity planning, there are three key inputs to be considered. The first one is what kind of capacity is needed, how much is needed, and when it is needed. So there are importance of capacity decisions. The first one is impact's ability to meet future demands. So the overall objective of strategic capacity planning is to reach an optimal level where production capabilities meet demands. So like what I said earlier from its definition, capacity planning focuses more on changing or meeting the demands of the consumers. Second, affects operating cost and major determinant of initial cost. So if production capabilities are not meeting demand, high cost strains on resources and customer loss may result. So excess capacity is inefficient and may cause the manufacturers to incur extra cost or lose market share. Next, involves long-term commitment. So it is important to note that the capacity planning has many long-term concerns given the long-term resources. Long-term considerations relate to the overall level of capacity. Next, affects competitiveness. So organizations have to plan for actual changes in capacity. Changes in consumer wants and demands, technology, and even the environment have the competitive advantage among any other businesses. So for example, if you're a technology company, enable for you to have the competitive advantage among any other companies, you have to think of such ideas wherein you will be able to have the competitive edge among their products. So next, affects ease of management. So it is not that usual, or it is usual for different divisions to have misunderstandings between the managers. So in order for them to avoid such blame games between operations and management may consider appointing all professional or experienced person to aid any failures in the production, most especially when it comes to capacity planning. Next, globalization adds complexity and impacts long-range planning. So through globalization, companies have to consider different changes when it comes to consumer needs and wants. So next is capacity. So there are three kinds of capacity. The first one is design capacity. The second one is effective capacity, and third one is actual output. So in design capacity, it is the maximum output rate or service capacity an operation, process, or facility is designed for. While the effective capacity is the capacity minus allowances such as personal time, maintenance, and scrap. While the actual output is the rate of output actually achieved cannot exceed effective capacity. So to compute for efficiency, so the first thing is, what is efficiency? So it is the ability to do things without any waste of time, money, and effort. So to compute for efficiency, it is actual output over effective capacity. Later, we'll have an example about it. So next is utilization. So what is utilization? So it is used to determine the level at which unit cost will rise. So to compute for utilization, it is actual output over design capacity. So here is Limel to give us an example about computing efficiency and utilization.